All right, everyone. So we are going to do a quick build today using Replit and Relay. Relay has been my go-to for building workflow automations. You can see I have it doing so much for me, which is awesome. So let's get into this. Oh, got a lot of extra security. Hold on. We are back. Okay. We are going to we want to create, so I'm starting a new weekly series where we're doing live AI builds, featuring different products. Our first one will be with Relay, which is very exciting. And we need to create a simple landing page to, capture registered users, send them a reminder for the invite, add them to our CRM. We're going to add that to a Excel spreadsheet. And then, send them a reminder on the date of the event. So we need a simple registration website that links to our upcoming webinars and captures file specs, name, email. Do you want any other information? We're just going to do prospects email and also show a list of upcoming events they can register for. And just because I have a reference of what I like, I'm going to add that, and we're going to get that going. On the Relay side of things, this is going to be on the operations side, workflow. This is going to be website, or let's do webinar registration. Okay, this is going to be triggered by a webhook. Great. And the first thing we want to do is find an event. So find an upcoming event. Then we will add guest to that event. We will then go to HubSpot and create a record. We also want to probably make that create creator update record, because we want to see if first it is someone who we already have in our CRM. Then we want to send them an email. We will add them to Google Sheets, add a row to a sheet. We want to be notified internally. So I'm going to send a Slack message to our sales channel. Then we will do a wait logic. And we can do this based off of the calendar. So calendar invite. Forget how to do that. I think we can just do a wait trigger. Oh yeah. All we need to do is set a wait, and then we can, object to match rule. And then finally, we will send another email right before the event. So that's going to be our general flow. That's great. You're going to add this Replit. Let's check in over here. Upcoming sessions. Nice. Join live. Technical. Starting to build it. This is probably doing a little bit too much. Display list of events, event details, email validation support, register. Awesome. Right, let's plan, prove, and start. This is going to build. I think we will start giving this some feedback and say, this should be a small 2-column layout with sessions on the left and registration modal on the right. And then what's really cool about what you can do is actually upload some of the branding. So for our website, we have a brand kit that we can upload, and it will use the assets available to make it more branded to our company. So I'm going to let this run, upload it, and I'll check back in a second. So this is looking good. We just uploaded the Catalyst logo. Got all those. This looks nice. I think the only thing is we just want to probably make it look a little bit more on brand, but I'll do that later. Let's get the webhook trigger in. So this will just be auto select the top session. Just have the email field, and when you click the button, it should send the good. Sorry, I talk to myself while I type. These sessions should pull in calendar information. Or actually, I'm going to connect them to a Notion database. Great. Make this database webinars. New database for our webinars. We need name, description, date, status, calendar, URL. Maybe we'll add a guest field. Cool. Back to Replit. Nice, that dynamically changes. And terms of service, privacy policy, great. Let's see if this works. Let's go to Relay. Let's test this and send a little example. All right, catalyst.com. Great. Let's see if we receive it. We got it. Cool. Webinar ID, great. Date, time, title, instructor. That's awesome. Maybe we want to, ID is what will be our reference. Okay, cool. So we've got all that going through, and we want to find the event on my calendar, a single event, and the filter will be the event ID should match this webinar. One of the coolest things about Replit is there's so many cool things about it, but we can just drop this in and say use these as the color palette for the page. We're going to remove we want to add to the bottom a library of past webinars, which will be links to YouTube videos, and then the top nav should just link and the logo to our homepage. Cool. Now, one thing that we need to pass through is the event ID, which we'll be getting from our Notion page. So we want to add event ID. There we go. Let that run. Great. And so let's say these first webinar description, review, Replit, build, date. Let's schedule this for next Thursday. Calendar URL. Guess section really isn't needed right now. Event ID. So when this is statused as scheduled, okay, so this is for registrations, and we need a separate workflow. So essentially what we want to do here is make a new workflow that says Notion calendar webinar creator. There you go. So when we have a Notion date updated, page change to webinar series for status is one of scheduled. Then we want to create a Google Calendar invite, create event, select the calendar, my calendar, add title. This will pull in as the webinar title, webinar name, description, webinar description. So we just need to make sure that this is date, start, include time, end date, have location, event color. Maybe I'll just make it a different color so it stands out. Already busy. Send invite notification, additional guests. Conference link will be calendar URL. No, it probably is just going to create one automatically. Okay, let's just test this. Start a test run. Webinar series we set flyer July. Yep, great. We'll have enough information. Cool. Start test run. Start run for this. Great. Like I'm speed running this. Start date time not. Okay, cool. Go here. Start time. Start add date. Other fields, time, start, time, date. There we go. At 12. Some sample start. Oh, does this not have? Oh, there we go. Include time. There we go. Great. It's going to be for 3 p.m. Nice. Now let's try this again. Or maybe we have to relink it. Just keep safe. Start time. Date. Start. Great. Offset. Publish. Active runs. Great. I'll restart this one. All right. Back to Replit. Boom. Sure. Better. Yes. Love a little Rick Astley. Great. Boom. Webinars. Good enough. Okay. Deploy. Configure. Webinar. Catalyst. Webinar. Nice. Deploy. Now, this still couldn't do it because of no start date time. Oh, because we need an end time. Got it. Okay. End time. Start time. State. And end is select the duration. It's going to be 1 hour. 60 minutes. Great. Done. Try one more time. This might run twice. Sometimes I found it better just to some changes. Okay, this one. So this is going to find an event, and we are going to actually have to look up our Notion find page in oh, no, we also want to send what event they signed up for, which is going to be based on the name. Maybe we can do it ID. Okay, we need to send in the webhook the event title and ID as well. That's very important. Okay, nice. Let's go back to this. This is like true vibe coding, having multiple things running automatically in the background for you. Cool. Event created. Let's open it in Google Calendar next week. Probably want to make a standalone email for this, but we'll get there. Nice. We are not on my... Tuesday. First webinar. Hell yeah. Okay. Boom. Triggered. Now we want to write back to create or update that page, create in webinar series. We want to check for page ID is exactly the same as this page ID. And we want to add the event ID, which we can pull in from here, and the calendar URL, which we can pull in from creator event URL. Great. So now we created the event. We wrote out all the description in Notion. We created the event. It created the calendar event, and it then passed that important information back to the Notion database because on this one, when someone registers, let's see if we do this properly. Let's test this again. We just have to figure out my listen. Let's do will test Gmail. Great. Event ID webinar. Event title. We want to find the no. We just want to find the event where the title contains what came in from here. Nice. There we go. If find and send notification. Great. Now we want to add that event and add the guest that came from here in, send them email notification. Yes. We want to create an object for them. We'll do that in a second. Select to this email. Let's just do it once we guessed. Not all, but the organizer, the creator. I'm just going to send it from here. Subject. We'll see you soon at this event. Boom. Hey, thanks for registering for Untitled. We look forward to seeing you at whatever time. Event time and date. Sure. If you have questions or feel free to reach out at, we'll just drop in my LinkedIn because always love to plug in a LinkedIn. Reach out here. Boom. Destination. Cool. So you can do so much flexibility with this. Attachments. Okay, cool. Now, I want to have a master list for all of my webinar attendees. So what I would do is just connect the sheet there, fill in the row, send in a message to our webinar. No, we'll just do it into our sales channel. Great. New registration for this event, and the email is and what you can do is, like, I can actually see if we can run a check. This is actually going to be cool. Let's see. No. If they are, how would I do that? What I'm trying to do is, like, see if they're already in our CRM. I want to know that before the event. So I want to kind of gauge how many new people versus how many people we're re-engaging. So probably what I would do is add a if statement. If record existed already, contact email. Great. Select the email address from here. I mean, we could go real crazy and do a extract. No. Find. Where are we doing that now? Web scraping. Find people. Find. LinkedIn. Search LinkedIn. Get LinkedIn profile from URL. Now look up company. Look up company. Look up person. Get LinkedIn post by URL. No, get LinkedIn. No. I just want to find the person. Search LinkedIn for profile. That's what we want to do. Maybe we should just ask for their LinkedIn. No, too much friction. Because what we can do is we can search profile, your email. Okay, hold on. Okay, no, I'm not going crazy. I just found it on a different workflow, but I guess it's not showing up anymore. So, whatever. That's a nice to have. We just want to get them an email, add them out of a row. Great. And then on select. After some time, continue exit. Nope. This is just continue the next step. After some time, which is just 0. 1 minute? Sure. Wait until that time matches that time. Okay, send email. Hey, the blank event starts in 1 hour. Here is the link to join. We'll see you soon. And then that can be this event URL. Boom, save. Thanks. It's be a little cheeky. Cheers. Whoa. Great. Subject. Boom. 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 Edit starts 1 hour to that person's email. Come from me. Great. And there you have it. Now we just, in 30 minutes, just created this live page where you can select the event. All I need to do is make a webhook for, when I create a new event in Notion, I just want it to populate here. And that should be really easy. Similar to how I created this. I would just add it actually to this workflow. So when I create this, it's going to send a webhook. Let's see if we can do it really quick. Custom webhook request. The sessions need to link to my Notion database. And when I publish a new webinar in Notion, it should add to this list. If the date is passed, then it no longer will show. Check out this new visual editor. It's fun. Oh. I can control. Oh, wow. Damn, I'm so glad they added that. That's really, really needed. All right, before I get into that. Set up Notion integration. Okay, nice. I guess I can just do it right through the API. I'm not going to do this so you don't see all of my things, but that's essentially how you do it. So we have, in recap, we have 4 components working together. We have our Replit page, we have our webinar Notion page, and we have 2 relay workflows. 1, create the Notion. We plan the webinar in here. Once we mark it to scheduled, it will trigger this workflow, create the event, send that information back, and add that page to Replit. Then on Replit, if someone lands on this page, which we can display here, they click the event they want, they put in their email, they hit sign me up, and this workflow triggers where we find that event that they clicked on, we add them to it, we store them on our CRM. This is nothing. We send them an email welcoming them. We add them to a list. Then we send an internal Slack message so our team knows what's happening. And then 3 hours before the event, or 1 hour before, whatever we set that to, they will get an email reminding them to join. And maybe we can do something like after the event. We send them another email with like the recap video or something. Yeah, that's probably nice. Once it's published, wherever we publish it. Anyway, that is speed run of building it. If you have any questions, let me know. Always talk automations. Bye.